you along this week and cook dinner together. I know I sometimes just feel like a dry well when it comes to cooking dinner and meal ideas and that kind of thing. So I hope that, especially if you are a fellow stay-at-home mom, I hope that this gives you some meal ideas that can be both easy and nutritious for your family. We don't eat perfectly, but I do think that nutrition and eating well is very important, and especially when you're raising little ones. So I hope this video is helpful to you. Let me know in the comments below what your current favorite dinner is, and let's get into the kitchen. We're starting off on a little bit of a cloudy, dreary day, although so thankful for the rain. It has been so incredibly dry. The grass has been turning brown and stuff. So anyway, I'm happy for it, but the lighting might be a little bit rough for this portion of the video. But today is Monday, and our menu has some sort of salad, power bowl, something like that, usually twice a week. We are big on salads. So today I thought we would do some version of a chef salad. With all this fresh produce, all these veggies and stuff, I'm really excited for it. So I'm gonna use ham that we raised here on the farm. I have some eggs that I already hard boiled, so it should be a pretty quick, easy meal. Let's get it on the table. Okay, for a little crunch for the salad, I want to make some croutons, and honestly, I'm sure there's some fancy recipes out there for how to make croutons. What I usually do is just take my sourdough bread, and this is a few days old, and then I'll just cut it up into cubes, and then usually I'll put either avocado oil or butter on it. But today, I just fried some bacon in the oven for some bacon bits on here. So I'm actually just gonna put this in the bacon grease, and then I usually toss it with some salt, some garlic powder, or fresh minced garlic, and just whatever herbs I have on hand or that I feel like using that time. I think what I'm gonna do this time is saute some garlic cloves, and then we'll just do that in with the bacon, because the bacon I feel like will have a lot of flavor already. So that's what I'm gonna do now and get this ready for some good crunch on there. Tuesday now, and we had another super rainy day. It was actually super cozy. In celebration of that, you could say, we are having soup, and this soup actually has a lot of veggies in it. Again, I promise we don't only eat veggies, but eating pretty health-minded foods is important to me, especially through my health journey with Lyme and some different things like that. Like Pajama Sam would say. Does that make me sound old? Does anyone else know who Pajama Sam is? You are what you eat from your head to your feet. Anyways, this is actually a recipe that I got from my mom, and it is a Beet Borcht, or we would call it Beet Borcht, and it's actually a Russian recipe, I believe. But basically it's a lot of red beets. We had a lot in the garden that needed to be used. I actually have them right over here, sitting right on the counter there. I did already cook and peel them, so they are cooling over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and make the rest of the soup. It is almost 6 o'clock, so I do need to get going. What I'm gonna do is blend some tomatoes, since I need a tomato soup base, and then it has red beets, potatoes. You can put in a number of different vegetables. The recipe actually calls for peas and cabbage. I don't have any of those right now, but I'm gonna do potatoes and green beans and carrots and some different things like that. It does not have any meat in it, but then you eat it with sour cream and shredded cheese. And I always loved it. So it's a really beautiful deep purple color thanks to the red beets. So I'm excited to have this. Let's get ready for dinner. Okay, I'm gonna pour it through the sieve here, since I left the peels on just in case there's any chunks. I feel like I'm basically doing what I did yesterday as far as just chopping up a whole bunch of veggies. I just sauteed an onion, actually 2 small onions, and added them. So yeah, I think I'm basically gonna just keep putting in, it's a lot of chopping and dicing and then cooking the veggies. I'll show you the finished product when it's done, but otherwise there's not too much to see for dinner tonight. I was hoping, well, I was wishing I had some sourdough bread, but I used up most of it for those croutons yesterday. Anyway, then I was thinking, oh, I should make some bread bowls. That would be so fun with this. But I thought of it too late, or looked up a recipe too late actually. So that's not happening either. So I think we're just gonna end up doing some crackers on the side. That's how it would often be served anyway. Just some plain like saltine crackers, or you could do Ritz crackers. I'll probably just eat mine without crackers and just do the sour cream and shredded cheese. I think that's so tasty. It's a pretty chunky soup, so I think it's just fine without any bread. Happy Thursday! On the menu for today is pizza. I prefer doing a sourdough crust, but I didn't think of it yesterday evening. So we're gonna do a different one. I'll have it in the description box below, but I put in 1 cup of sprouted flour, and then I'll do 3 all-purpose. Oh, and what I'm super excited about, I probably should start the fire. I have never tried the beehive oven in this house yet. If you're new here, we moved to this old 1700s farmhouse 2 years ago now, and it has a great big fireplace that we have been loving fires in, especially through the cold months, but I've never actually used the beehive oven in it. So I thought, you know what? Why don't we try some brick oven pizza tonight, which sounds tasty, but I really have no idea what I'm doing. So we're gonna give it our best shot and hope it turns out. All right, I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of avocado oil, 2 cups of warm water, and 2.5 teaspoons of yeast. And then a teaspoon of salt. And for some yummy flavor, I'm gonna also add a teaspoon of garlic powder, as well as a teaspoon of dried basil. Oh, I wish I could let you smell this. We harvested these from the basil plant in our garden, and oh my goodness, it smells so good. then we're just gonna mix this all together. And then I'll just cover it with a towel and let it sit for an hour. In the meantime, let's head over here to the fireplace. Way back here is the little brick oven door. Sauteing some garlic and mushrooms to put on the top. I was trying to think what else. I have some ground beef I want to put on, lots of fresh pizza sauce, cheese, and I'm not sure, maybe I'll steam some spinach or put a little basil on or something green. So this is what it looks like right now. And I'm not sure how it's gonna go actually getting this in here. I checked the temperature. We have like a laser thermometer. In hindsight, I wish I had put this on a flat tray so I could just slide it off. I hope they don't all break. Okay, we gave up on the brick oven pizza. It just wasn't getting done. So I'm gonna have to ask my sister-in-law, who is the brick oven queen, how she does that when they come visit actually pretty soon. Anyways, we just finished them in the stove, but they look really good. Okay, it's Saturday night and I think we're just gonna do something super easy. We often have burgers Saturday night, but since we had pizza just 2 nights ago, I am going to do these corn tortillas. Gonna pop them onto a cookie sheet, put some barbecue sauce and some ground beef and cheese on them, pop them in the oven, and it'll be super easy, but still nutritious and delicious. So that's what's for dinner tonight. Oops, I totally dropped the ball on Sunday, guys. I'm so sorry. My parents actually came to visit from Canada, which was so great, so wonderful, but I completely forgot to film my Sunday recipe. So anyways, a very typical Sunday evening for us though is a charcuterie board, and I know that sounds fancy. It's not fancy. It's honestly my way of saving on dishes on Sunday night by just putting everything on one big platter and just all kinds of snacks. Usually we'll have bologna or beef sticks, cheese, hard-boiled eggs, nuts, crackers, hummus, veggies, fruits, all the things, whatever we have on hand that day, and it's super easy for mama and the kids love it. So that's typically our Sunday night meal, which is more of a snack. I hope that this video was helpful. Again, let me know in the comments below what your favorite go-to meal is right now, and I will look forward to seeing you next time. Bye, friends.
Golden things.